Thanks to Rocket Mortgage for sponsoring today's video.
Oh my gosh. Our cow just had her calf. I thought it was a month away and I'm seeing extra legs out here. Maisy did it. Oh my gosh. She just had her calf. I didn't even get to see it happen. Oh my gosh, it's the cutest little thing. It is the cutest little thing. Maisy. This is amazing.
In 2020, we got our very first milk cow, Dolly. And in May, a couple months after we got her, she had her first calf with us, Maisy. We really enjoyed raising Maisy and even tried to build her a mobile shelter that didn't work as we had intended. Then 2 years later, we tried to breed Dolly and Maisy, who had just reached breeding age. The AI, or artificial insemination, didn't work, and we found out that using hormones might permanently mess up Maisy having calves forever. A viewer of ours, Randy, reached out and offered to help. He runs Good Cattle Company in southern Texas and offered to pick up our cows and take them to his farm and breed them. Dolly was pretty easy. After about 4 months, she came back to the farm successfully bred and produced her second calf at our farm, Poppy, last October. But Maisy was having issues. After a year of failed AI attempts, Randy got a Jersey bull just for Maisy to see if she could get bred that way. He came back this August with Maisy, but this time she was pregnant, or at least he had hoped. And if it didn't work out, she might never produce a calf. But today, the 2-year journey of getting Maisy bred finally paid off.
This is amazing. Oh my gosh. I looked out here and I saw something hanging from her tail and I just thought she was going through a heat or something. I didn't even realize, I was thinking it was Dolly. This is amazing. We didn't even see it happen. We did our chores today. We came out and fed them. She wasn't in labor then. We separated Dolly out so we could milk her tomorrow. And then I just came out to bring some feed out. I was filming a little bit out here and the other 2 cows were following me. And I looked over here just before leaving and I saw extra legs underneath her and thought, oh my gosh, is there a deer? Oh, she's got a little white spot. She's got a little white spot on her leg. We were hoping that we were gonna get a white spot on her forehead. That's one of the beautiful looks of like one line of Jersey cows. She doesn't have that, but she's got one on her leg on both sides. How cute. But she's already sat up. She's already drank milk. She was drinking when I came out here. I'd love to get a closer look and see if we've got a bull calf or if we have a female heifer. Look at that, her bag is really filled up. We've never milked Maisy. We've gotten her in the stanchion a few times. She just randomly came in once a week or 2 ago and she's definitely a kicker.
Oh, that was not fun.
Not gonna be fun to milk, but we'll have to see if we can get her in milking shape.
Just watching them, this is amazing. Thinking about how long it took us to get to this point. It was 2 years ago that we were breeding Maisy by AI and we thought we screwed everything up. Given the hormones, Randy told us that can mess up a cow for life on coming into heat. And so he ended up coming and getting Dolly and Maisy and going back to his farm with them. And after telling us that Maisy was bred, he sent us a card and it was the sweetest thing. And I was so excited to share it with everyone. And then he told me a couple months later when he brought Dolly back to us that she lost it. And then said, you know, this sometimes happens that they can't get into heat naturally without hormones. They will lose their calves over and over again and it just becomes a worthless cause. And he said he had one other cow that made it through like this, that was able to have a calf years later. And I was holding out hope, but I thought, wow, that sounds like a 5% chance maybe. That sounds like a really slim chance. And we were just gonna have Maisy here on the farm and never get a calf from her. And here it is 2 years later, after trying to breed her. Randy took her and bred her by AI and then ultimately with a bull brought her back and was pretty sure she was bred, but also said her bag was filling up and
and letting out, and said that's really not a good sign, that usually that was a sign that she was losing the calf. And we thought, oh, if we lose this one, are we ever going to get a chance again to breed her? We don't have a bull here on the farm. It's just not safe for us to have a bull around our kids, and we could take her back to Randy, but that'd be another year or two down the road. And I just didn't think if this didn't work out, we'd ever get a calf from her. And what a miracle. What a miracle today to have a calf out here. I know this is not the end of this is not a big deal. This is not a big deal in the scheme of everything going on in the world, but in our little world where we have 2 cows that are capable of having calves right now, and one that's towards the lighter side of milk at the end of her freshening, that we were really hoping that we would get milk from Maisy and get a new calf, and it worked out. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm so grateful. Becky's out with the boys right now, just running some errands, and I told her, so she's coming back soon and she'll get to see this calf. I can't wait. I can't wait for her to see her. This is amazing.
I thought since oh, she has a white spot. She's saying a white spot? It's a unique spot. Here.
The dad's got a white spot on the head, and that's what we're hoping for.
And she's got it on her back eye.
She has it on both sides, right there on the same, on each side.
Sure is she?
Go ahead and look.
Be able to tell them apart now for sure. Each one's very different.
Are we going to dry off Dolly?
We won't need her milk as much, but we'll see. We got to make sure Maisy's gonna allow us to milk her. Once we get Maisy's milk, then yeah, we won't need Dolly's as much.
But she's serving milk, so she might be a little bit.
It could take us a little while to get her used to it, yeah.
We need to come up with a name now, guys. What has 2 spots on the side of the hips? Gunner? Is that a girl name? No, not really.
She's Maisy. Her mom's Dolly. Everybody always wanted us to do Daisy. Do we Maisy and Daisy?
Definitely not.
Is that too confusing?
Let's go Daisy.
No, is there something like Maisy though? Is there something that Maisy and Molly?
Mayflower.
She's trying to drink from Poppy. Poppy's not having that. Nope, you're gonna get a kick to the face right there. You just stay with your mama. Kitty. So I know I've talked to a lot of you through the comments and your desires to have your own farm someday, and I know finances can be tough and frustrating to figure out. And do you wish you had someone who could give you reliable, down-to-earth answers to your first-time home buying questions, or give you advice on building a better budget? Button quailer done. Well, today I want to tell you about The Red Desk, a YouTube channel hosted by Rocket Learn, where they cover everything you need to know about home ownership, tackling debt, or saving for retirement. The Red Desk demystifies everything about personal finances. Hey, Bobby. And coming from someone that likes to keep things very straightforward and simple, I've noticed that these episodes are very easy to follow. And they do a great job of making these intimidating topics relatable, actually kind of fun. Oh boy. I spilled the bean. In one of my favorite recent episodes of theirs, they discussed how to build your credit. Come on, Bert. This was so instrumental to me when we first bought our farm, when we built this horse barn, or when we paid all of our vendors for our aviary pond construction. If we did not have good credit, we would not have been able to accomplish those goals when we did. Oh, come here, Bert. So just visit the Rocket Learn YouTube channel to watch the full episode. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe to their channel so you can find out when new episodes are released and to discover other amazing content. And thank you to Rocket Mortgage for sponsoring today's video. See here? Wet, it's not cold, but I just don't want them to be out here. I don't want a coyote to come out here and pick this calf off tonight. So I'm gonna try to get them in the cow barn so I don't have to worry about them tonight. Come on, can we get you to come in? Come on. Let's have her go in. I know. Come on. Come on. Come on. Where is she going? No. What are you doing? No. There's Grandma. There's Grandma Dolly. Come on, let's go to the barn. Come on, Maisy. Come on. Come on, let's go in the barn. Come on. Come on in. Come on. Nice and dry, come on in. All right, there we go. All right, well now we got them in the barn for the evening. They'll be in a dry spot. They'll have plenty to eat, so I don't have to worry about them. We'll check back with Maisy and her calf in the morning. Hi, little baby. Little baby. We've gotten a good routine going for the emus where we take Holiday in, our horse, and we'll feed her and brush her down inside her stall. And then the emus all know to come over and eat. We usually get 2 or 3 that come over first. Bert, Ernie, and looks like we got Cashew here. And then we've got Peekaboo and Bamboo right over here behind the building. How you guys doing? Kitty. So I think it's Poppy's birthday today. I gotta double check. It's either the 26th or 28th. Today's the 26th, so I think she's a year old today. Happy birthday, Poppy, and how you doing, little one? Good morning. So one of the things we're wanting to do today is get Miss Maisy here in the stanchion just to see how she'd stand in there. She's not super full, so we're not too worried about milking her yet. We are gonna get Dolly in. We always milk Dolly every other day, so she'll get in, no problem. We'll get her milk, but we gotta see if we can get Maisy in and how she do. And then tomorrow we'll probably try to milk her depending on how things go today. Good girl. So we've only gotten Maisy in the stands. Oh, she's gonna put, just a reminder that Jerseys, they always carry their weight more in their milk than in their body. So we always get a lot of questions about why they're so skinny, and I see them all the time. And so no matter how much feed they get, sometimes they get wide, but even as much as Dolly eats in hay, she puts so much towards her milk. So we have 2 things we use for Dolly. Dolly's been a serial kicker on us. She'd do well, and then towards the end when she wanted to get the machine off, she'd just kick it off. So we had to start using this around the upper part of her here, and then the hips, and then it holds the leg from kicking forward. And then we use the shackles here. They go around right around the kneecap on either side to keep from kicking. That's a little scary to get in there, but let's see if we can get this on first. So that one didn't go great, but
barely anything in there.
So we're able to get a little bit of milk out. She definitely wasn't a fan of the shackle. We'll try that again tomorrow. We want to keep this a positive experience and not stress her out. But hey, at least she's letting us touch her teats and try to milk her a little bit. Hopefully tomorrow we can try to use the machine. So I'm sure that'll be traumatic. She'll probably go crazy over that. Well, that was, overall, I think that was a positive experience. We got her in, got her fed, starting to train her to how we want to do this and hopefully get her comfortable with everything. Now we can close this and get Dolly in so we can have our milking session. We have our Maisy milker here. And this has been going great. We love using this milk machine. We've had it for, gosh, I think summer 2000. So for about 4 years now. So it's been going really well. And we separate Dolly every other day because she is getting her milk drank by Poppy. And so this way we're able to have her store up some milk so we can get it first and then we put them back together. And a lot of people want us to start separating them now that she's over a year old now, but this allows us to milk every other day and keep our routine. Otherwise we'd have to milk every day to keep her in milk.
All right, I'm just cleaning her off with soapy water, the mud and manure. And then we got some teat dip, which is iodine, ties the teats for us. And then I'll just do another round of soapy water and then I strip the milk.
And then this machine, I'll turn it on, we'll get pressure so it'll start pumping, and then I'll put it on the teats. It runs for about 5 to 7 minutes, gets all the milk out we can, and then we can put her back out with Poppy outside. And once we're done milking, we're able to take off all of the equipment. Take that off, and then we'll let Dolly out so we get to meet her granddaughter for the first time. Much is that?
I'm gonna say a half gallon, maybe a little bit more.
What? That's over a gallon.
You think it's a gallon?
Yes. That's over a gallon.
3/4 of a gallon.
That's over a gallon.
So on this Maisy Welkers, we can clean it out here. We don't have to take it apart. It's able to do it on its own. So I just run it through hot soapy water and clean the inside of this out. Completely drained it out. And then it's ready to go for the next time. So what was your guess again?
I think we got a gallon.
Oh, past
3/4. Oh, that's a full gallon.
Oh, and a little more.
I know my milk. So what do we get, Becky?
A gallon.
Come on, kitties. Well, get it in there. I didn't forget about you, Joe. All right, let's go. Oh my, what happened to your pillow? You're doing so good. All right, let's go ahead and put them in here. Where we got our chicks a couple months, I think in August. So they're, what, a little over 2 months old now. They're getting pretty big. They're outgrowing the little coop and we don't have a big one freed up yet, so we're gonna give them another space here. There's some Indio Gante chicks that we hatched out, and I think that's our New Hampshire Red. There's a black Cochin. Go ahead, put it in here. There's a Golden Wyandotte. All right, a white Cochin. Go ahead. Oh, you're losing that one. You're losing that one. Oh, careful, careful. Oh, there's one of our I Am Chimani chicks from a couple months ago. There we go.
We're gonna try to get her used to the milking machine noise. Get her in there, wash her up, kind of like we do. Just messing around with her udder, and then turn the machine on. Just get her used to it, just so it doesn't scare her.
Yesterday we had a problem putting the shackles on and she's acting a little spooked again. So, all right, we've got her all set up. A lot of nervous pooping. Let's see if we can get her to at least get her cleaned up here. How nervous are you?
Very nervous. You saw yesterday she kicked these shackles off in a second, so I don't trust these things at all. I don't know if they really help too much, but she's very tight though. Hope the calf's getting enough milk.
So we're gonna try to keep everything a positive experience here and turn the machine on so she gets used to the noise. It's loud. So let me turn that on and just see if she gets comfortable with that. We won't put it on or anything. That one's pretty cool.
She didn't kick the shackles off today, so that's a plus.
Got the machine on, got the hand milk, so hopefully tomorrow we'll be ready to do the real thing.
Good job, Maisy. Good job.
So the next day went about as good as you'd expect. Yeah, she wasn't going to let us put the machine on her, but she eventually let us use it for a few minutes before going nuts again. Oh well, baby steps, I guess. We'll keep trying every day, but for now, we'll just do some hand milking. At least she allows us to do that.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today. It's a good day today. It's a good day to live.
She's a
Baby.
mover today.